Hello everyone and welcome back to Exam Ignite YouTube channel. I'm continuing the series that I have already started, Universal Human Values videos. Today is the last video, that is module 5 video, completing all the modules. So this is all about implications of the holistic understanding, a look at the professional ethics, natural acceptance of human values, definitiveness of the ethical, that is human conduct, a basis for humanistic education, humanistic constitution and universal human order, competence in professional ethics, holistic technologies, production systems and management models, that is typical case studies, strategies for the transition towards value-based life and passion. So let's get started with the MCQs related to the module 5. Moral values are the combination of right speech and right action. Wisdom or knowledge means right vision and right resolve. Meditation involves right awareness, right concentration. Belief centric wisdom is knowledge based on listening. Logic centric wisdom is reasoning based knowledge. Realistic centric wisdom is knowledge based on self realization of existential realities. Non-violence means not hurting anyone by body, mind, or speech. Truthfulness means to be able to express the reality or events as is uncolored. Non stealing means using only those things that one has produced or obtained, to feel one's right only on such things. Purity is a level of body, means cleanliness, mind means being free from mental disorders. Contentment means being able to correctly recognize one's needs for the physical activity and living in harmony with that much. Self discipline means able to practice and live in the harmony on one's own right. Being able to correctly recognize one's needs for physical activity and living in harmony with that much is contentment. Wealth means physical facility that is rightfully earned in accordance with right understanding and natural laws. Laws of living in relationship and order means right understanding and natural laws. Liberation means to see the existence clearly, to see the reality as it is, to get rid of all types of misunderstanding, confusions. Which of the following is not the effect of non possessiveness? That is, we feel deprived. Free from hatred, unperturbed by evil in others is known as equanimity. Joy means to feel happy being with righteous people and to take inspiration from them. Feeling of empathy and being helpful to others is named as compassion. Feeling of living together in the relationship and harmony is friendliness. The service which is being ensured by the system is administrative service. The service which is being provided by the society through the relationship is known as social service. Constitution is the compilation of rules and regulations or for the living together. Ethical guidelines is on how to live on an harmonious life in the society, containing the basic principles and guidelines is relating to human living and his participation in this existence. That is all of the above means a constitution. Dash are important in the sense of living in society, culture, and civilization. Dash has importance in terms of impact implementation of the whole system, law and order. The goal of education is to facilitate the process of developing those abilities in the individual which are essential for ensuring the human society and order, clarity of our goals, programs, etc., and the knowledge of keeping activities of the self in harmony is what type of education? It is mental education. Education of right behavior in the relationship with being human beings is termed as behavioral education. Education about the self-regulation, intake, daily routine in context of keeping the body healthy is known as health education. Understanding of role of physical facility in nurturing and protection of the body for social purpose is termed as education for right utilization. Education for production of necessary physical facility through the work on natural resources is education for production. Then the main role of history subjects is to keep the inspirations from the right things of the past, and wherever there was a deficiency, improve up it after studying it and reviewing it. A child starts to learn and understand by the methods of imitate and follow. While in the process of understanding, if self verification is followed, the person develops self discipline and self confidence. What are the aspects of personal transformation? Self verification, self evaluation, self awareness. No harm to nature is an indicator of protection. Helping the nature to prosper is an indication of enrichment. What type of production should be ensured at the family level? Primary. Primary production should be ensured at the level of family and village. Secondary production should be ensured at the level of village and village clusters. Tertiary production should be ensured at the level of village clusters and larger level. Goal: if exchange is to ensure the availability of necessary physical facility in different regions and time. Goal of distribution is fulfilling the needs of every in the family extending up to worldwide. Exchange means all of the above, that is to ensure the availability of necessary physical facility in different regions and time. No production happens in this process. It is a mutual fulfillment, not for exploitation. That is all of the above. Types of exchange are direct and indirect. Exchange of rice with wheat is a direct exchange. Sale and purchase of rice through money is an indirect exchange. What is the purpose of dimension of uh, preservation? Is enrichment and production of the natural resources. What is the dimension of right utilization? Prosperity in human being. So this completes the first set of the MCQs of the module 5. Next, let's go to the second set. What is the foundation of humanistic education? That is the natural acceptance of the human values. Why is holistic understanding important for professional ethics? It enables comprehensive perspective. What is the significance of defectiveness in the ethical human conduct? It provides a clear framework for the decision making. Which of the following is not an implication of the holistic understanding? Humanistic constitution and universal human order. In the professional ethic, what are the holistic technology aimed at achieving? Ensuring ethical behavior and sustainable processes. What do typical case studies in the professional ethics helps us to improve? The understanding complexities of the ethical decision making. Which of the following is not a strategy for transitioning towards a value based life and profession? It is a cultivating ethical leadership. How can a holistic understanding of a professional ethics impact the production systems and management models? It enhances the organizational efficiency and sustainability. What is the role of humanistic constitution in shaping the professional ethics? Establishing a framework for just and ethical practices. Why is competence in professional ethics essential for practitioners? It is ensures that they can make informed and responsible decisions. Which of the following is a characteristic of a value-based life and profession? Prioritizing ethical principles over the personal gains. What role does a universal human order play in professional ethics? Establishing common ethical principles for all human beings. What can be inferred from the natural acceptance of human values in the professional ethics? Ethical behavior inherent in human nature. How can professional ethics contribute to the value based life? By incorporating ethical principles into daily decisions and actions. Which of the following is an outcome of humanistic education? Enhanced moral awareness and empathy. How do holistic technologies influence management models? By encouraging sustainability and ethical consideration. What is the key characteristics of a value-based professional? By balancing the ethical principles with the professional success. How does a holistic understanding of the professional ethics impact the humanistic constitution? By fostering a culture of ethical responsibility and inclusivity. In a value based profession, what is the focus of decision making? Balanced ethical consideration and professional goals. What role do typical case studies play in the professional ethics education? It enhancing the critical thinking and ethical decision making skills. Why is a value based life important for professional? It aligns the personal values with the professional conduct. How can humanistic constitution contribute to a harmonious work environment? By fostering a culture of ethical responsibility and inclusivity. What is the purpose of competence in professional ethics? It is to empower the professions to make ethically informed decisions. What can be inferred from the definition? definitiveness of the ethical human conduct. Ethical conduct requires a comprehensive understanding of values. How does a holistic understanding impact production systems by promoting sustainability and ethical practices? What is the role of universal human order in professional ethics? Establishing common ethical principles for all the human beings. What can result from the lack of competence in the professional ethics? Uniform irresponsible decision making. Why is humanistic education relevant to professional ethics? It fosters the empathy and ethical awareness. How does holistic and technologies contribute to the value-based life and profession? By encouraging sustainable and ethical practices. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the value-based professional? Prioritizing ethical principles over the personal gains. What is the primary goal of an humanistic constitution? Ensuring the ethical responsibility and inclusivity. How do holistic technologies impact management models? By encouraging sustainability and ethical consideration? What can be inferred from the natural acceptance of the human values in professional ethics? It is by ethical behavior inherent in the human nature. How can professional ethics contribute to a value-based life? By incorporating ethical principles in daily decisions and actions? Which of the following is an outcome of humanistic education? Enhanced moral awareness and empathy. How do holistic technologies influence management models? By encouraging sustainability, ethical considerations. What is the key characteristic of a value-based profession? Balancing ethical principles with the professional success. How does a holistic understanding of a professional ethics impact humanistic constitution? By fostering a culture of ethical responsibilities and inclusivity. In a value-based profession, what is the focus of decision making? Balancing the ethical consideration and professional goals. How does a role, what role do typical case studies play in the professional ethics education, enhancing the critical thinking and ethical decision making skills? So this completes the complete series that I have started. So module 5 is done. Go through all the modules, module 1 to module 5, which will help you preparation for the exams. Do like, share and subscribe to Exam Ignite for the further videos of the question papers and the question banks or some of the important questions. Stay tuned and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.